What's going on, you guys? In this video, we're gonna talk about Vara Apartments here in San Francisco. We're gonna talk about floor plans. We're gonna look at pricing, amenities that come with it. We're also gonna talk about the apartment itself, and we'll look at the surrounding neighborhood and what the vibe is. And as always, the goal is by the end of the video to leave you a lot more informed than you were going in. So even if you're watching this from New York, you'll have a better understanding of what the rent prices are in a major city. You could look at some of the rent measurements out there for one bedroom, a studio, so whatever the case may be. Currently, we'll be looking at a 3-bedroom apartment because that's what we were touring, but you could very well apply the same thing to a 1-bedroom or a studio and check out the rent prices for that. Having said that, you're getting much better prices for the 3 to 4 bedroom deals out there. But before we get started, my name is Max. I do rent videos. Once you guys save a lot of money on rent watching the videos that I put out, you gotta put it somewhere. So I also do videos on investing, which I highly encourage you check them out. So here are some of the videos I did on rent and investing. I hope you enjoy those as well. But now let's get started talking about Vara Apartments. And this is one of the many apartments that we toured over the weekend. It's one that I'd like to start with and like to show to you guys. In total, we'll be looking at 3 different floor plans, and we'll talk about the pricing that comes with each one of them. We'll also do a quick little tour of the apartment. So starting with the lobby, as we walk in, it looks okay. It's cleaned up. It looks well managed, but it's nothing special. It's a simple lobby. Nothing like what Jasper Apartments had, which had a pretty decent lobby, even though I kind of was a little bit critical of it. So the first apartment is 3C. Its price range from $5,666 all the way to $6,852. And the big variance was dependent on what length of lease you're signing. If you were willing to sign 17-month lease, which is a pretty long time, there's definitely a reason why they want to keep you there for that long. If you did want to sign a 17th-month lease, the price did end up being $5,666, and you could also apply a 10-week discount, which would make the net effective $4,833 for this 3-bed, 2-bath apartment. And it was 1,281 square feet. But let's jump into the video and look at the apartment. All right, looking at the floor plan for 3C, as you enter, you got the kitchen immediately to your right. You got an open living room, largely sized. And then you have 2 bedrooms, both on triple slider doors, a bedroom to the left and a slightly bigger bedroom to the right, which also has a washer and dryer. That's kind of weird. So if you're sharing it with roommates, then they gotta go through your bedroom. That's just completely odd. And then a really big closet. I don't know why this closet is so big, but some people might enjoy that. Then in the corner here, you have a bath. And as you make it up the stairs, you find yourself on the 2nd floor where you have the master bedroom, patio, another bath, and a small closet, I would say, in comparison to the one downstairs. Right as we walk in, we can see a kitchen, and then immediately there, it's the dining room and the living room. Then walking into this room, it had slider doors. I'm not a huge fan of slider doors. Just not my vibe. I think they let a lot of sound through. Having said that, doors that have giant gaps also do the same. The next bedroom over here, right beside it, also had slider doors with decent closet space. This is a massive closet right here. So if you are looking for a lot of space, this apartment actually had a decent amount of square footage. A lot bigger than some of the other places we've looked at. And over here you have some more storage space and an okay bathroom. The bath was kind of dirty. I really didn't like that. Look at that. So far the vibes were not good. And then as we go up the stairs, never seen circular stairs in an apartment tour before, so this was kind of unique. We get to the other bedroom. This is the master bedroom with the master bath. The shower is a little bit better. It would have been nicer to have a bath. Also kind of dirty. So all of this, 2 levels, 3 bedroom, 2 bath, you get for a low price of $5,666. And if you are willing to sign a 17th month lease, then you can get it down to $4,833. I thought this was absolutely ridiculous, but we went on and we'll look at some other plans, and it does get a lot better than this, so do stick around till the end. This was by far the worst apartment that we've seen. It was the most expensive, and to be honest, it didn't have that much space. This had 1,281. The next one we have on the list had 1,538, and it was priced at $5,092. Why? I have no idea. It's also a 3-bed, 2-bath, and after you apply the discount, if you are willing to sign a 17th month lease, the price ended up being $43.42, and if you split that between 3 roommates, then the price ends up being $1,448. So not too bad. However, you still need to take into account utilities, and once you factor all of that in, it is not looking so good. Maybe before pandemic, this was looking like an okay deal, but right now it definitely isn't. Trust me on that. So let's look at this other apartment. This is 3G. So looking at the floor plan here, as you walk in, you have the kitchen immediately to your right. You got a decent sized living room. Again, slider doors, triple slider, really big closet in that bedroom. And then as you walk down the hallway, you have the bedroom, closet, and a bath. And then you have also an upstairs area where when you make it up the stairs, you got a master bedroom with a balcony, a big closet, and a bath. So that's all good. Let's look at the tour itself. Let's look at the video and see what's what. As we walk in, once again, that kitchen and living room. Kitchen looked pretty good. It was decent cabinets, decent floor space. As we walk into this room, there's no carpet as there was in some of the other places, which I really like. Carpet is really hard to clean. So I always like the hardwood flooring. And then as we make it up the stairs here, we find ourselves in the upstairs master bedroom where we find that balcony that we saw in the floor plan. Step out on it, nothing special. I mean, it's got beer cans just laying there. In my opinion, if you're offering self-guided tours, at least make sure that the apartments are presentable. This is something that we came across over and over again where you walk in and it's like something died in there. It's like a squirrel died in there or whatever. And this was a constant problem. You walk in and it feels like the apartment was not prepared for your visit at all. Nobody cares that you're there. Nobody cares that you're viewing it. Whereas other places that had an actual guide that showed you around, everything was tidied up because, I mean, they're there. And those places are probably performing much better. They have much more competitive prices, and their occupancy rate is probably much better as well, because if you look at these guys, they have so much availability. They have 9 for 3 bedroom, 15 for 2 bedroom, 14 for 1 bedroom, and 3 for a studio. I think that says something, you know? The place is struggling and they're not willing to lower their prices. So they're in a way gonna be paying for it. So for you as the renter, it's important to keep in mind to not get caught up in that and make sure that you see a ton of places and make the absolute best decision for you. And last but certainly not least, we have 3A. This apartment was much better than some of the other ones. It is a little bit smaller in square footage. It comes in at $4,317 for 3-bed, 2-bath, but it's 1,075 square feet. This was a little bit smaller. The floor plan was a little bit different. It didn't have a second floor, but much, much better price. And if you apply the discount, the net effective price ends up being $3,682. If you split that 3 ways between 3 roommates, it ends up being $1,227. Much, much better. I don't know what they're thinking with the other units. All right, so looking at this floor plan, it's a little more one-dimensional. And as you can see here, as you enter, you got your kitchen, your living room. Everything's kind of linear. You got 1 bedroom, then you walk a little bit farther into the hallway. You got a bath. A little bit farther, you got another bedroom. And the bath is within that bedroom. So that's not a bath for everybody's use. The actual bath is beside the kitchen, which I never like. Why do people keep putting baths right beside kitchens? It's the worst idea ever. I understand if you have like absolutely no space, maybe they're trying to save on plumbing or something, but I absolutely hate it. Put the bath as far as possible from the kitchen as you can. It's that simple. Am I right? So then you also have a bedroom in here. So this is again a 3-bedroom. The bedrooms are a lot smaller, but at least the washer and dryer is not in somebody's bedroom. That's just weird. All right, so as you walk in here, immediately I went to this bedroom just because, once again, I hate those slider doors, so I had to comment on it. It's pretty small, and I brought up a good point in this to my friends. I was thinking, where do you put the bed? If you got slider doors over there, you got giant slider doors here for your closet, where does the bed go? Is the bed just a single bed that you put right there in the corner? I was confused, did not like it. Then you got the kitchen here. It's okay, kitchen looks good. Bathroom was at least cleaner than some of the other bathrooms we've seen in this apartment complex. Then you got bedroom with carpets. And then you walk down this weird hallway. You got the closet there. You got the washer and dryer over there as well. Then you got the master bedroom with its own bath. It's okay. It's a decent closet. It's a decent space. But at the end of the day, feeling like Jasper Apartments overall was probably still a lot better than this apartment here. And believe it or not, it gets worse when we look at what's going on outside in the neighborhood. And like I mentioned before, time and time again in my videos, it is so important to make sure that you like the neighborhood. And even though it might be a good area and you read on Google that this is a good neighborhood, it's so important to walk around the apartment and look around. As we step outside, I'm just gonna pause this video right here. People are camping out right in front of the apartment. This could be a little bit concerning. Let's say you have female friends or you have a girlfriend, wife, kids. It's difficult for them to feel safe in a place like this. And this is the very first thing the girls said to us when we were touring the apartment, is they would just almost feel super unsafe coming and hanging out and visiting our place ever. And another thing is when you park your car, it's also gonna be really sketchy. Not even considering the prices and how bad they were for some of the apartments. This was a big no for us. And as far as amenities go, simply there wasn't much of any. They have a gym, but it was closed and you can't make reservations or anything like that, unlike some of the other apartments. It's just fully closed. Then as you go onto the rooftop's okay. There's nothing special. I wouldn't really want to hang out on that rooftop. All right, so as we make our way through the rooftop, there's some seating area that's nice. Then they had this pretty cool room which had like industrial stoves in it. Obviously it was locked, which was pretty unfortunate. And then this was the view. It really wasn't special. It wasn't much. We didn't really want to spend any more time there. Lastly, let's finish it off with some quick stats on how rent is doing currently right now. So for a studio right now, there's still a 25% decrease since its highs in 2019. So that is so far good if you're a renter. If we switch to one bedroom, 24, still looking good. And this is exactly the same as I reported like a couple of weeks back. One bedroom, still okay. Two bedroom, also negative 24. Three bedroom, negative 21. And four bedroom, negative 29. So I believe four bedroom actually ended up going down again from the last time I reported. I think the last time I reported it was 26. So that's interesting to see, but I wouldn't read too much into it. As soon as things open up, things are gonna change. Currently, the city is in a red zone, and I do believe it's making its way to orange, which is gonna make things a little more interesting. And it's important to keep in mind that as soon as things open up and as soon as workplaces allow their employees to come back, things are gonna be very different. How different? It's hard to know because it's hard to tell which companies are gonna let their employees work from home completely and which companies are gonna want their employees to work in the office like they did previously. And this is something that I've heard from some of the rental agents that we've spoken to. They simply don't know what's gonna happen. They don't know if people are gonna come back. They don't know how soon, they don't know how fast. They're just trying to do their best right now and make the best out of the situation. And some of the apartment complexes that we'll be looking at through these videos are doing just that. Later on, I will be releasing other apartments that we toured. And lastly, we'll finish it off with an apartment that we chose for ourselves and gonna be signing a lease for. That is still to come. We still are looking at some of the apartments out there, but hopefully be signing a lease soon, coming to an agreement. So overall, Vara Apartments, not for us. Overall, it was on the lowest scale of the apartments that we checked out. And I'll be sharing some of those other apartments with you guys as well throughout the next upcoming weeks. So definitely hit that subscribe button, hit the like so that the videos get promoted to you. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you next time.